Welcome to Deal Dynamics. This podcast is all about selling your IT and tech business. We'll tackle topics like how to sell your business and how to manage the process. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment on what you'd like to see in future episodes.
So in this brief episode, because we've only got a few minutes this week, we want to explain to you why you should use an advisor to help sell your business and how that will benefit you in the long run. We generally think that there's 6 main reasons why you should. First being expertise and experience. We've been there, we've done it. You hear of lots of scare stories in the market, and the stats bear that out, that 9 out of 10 unadvised businesses will never sell. And that's because we understand the process and how to maximise your chances of the process going through. And we can act as a conduit between the buyer and the seller to smooth out any hiccups along the way. Point 2, we have the right contacts. We are IT and tech sector specific. We don't know who's going to buy the cushion manufacturer business. We don't know who's going to buy someone who manufactures microphones in China. We don't want to know that. We know about businesses that buy and sell IT and tech businesses. And that leads on to the third thing. We will give you a realistic valuation. We know the drivers of value in IT and tech sector businesses. We can give you a realistic valuation, so nobody is wasting anybody's time on flights of fancy or silly valuations to get a retainer or whatever that we see in the marketplace. We will give you an honest valuation that is based in fact. We know, as I say, but it's worth expanding on, what the buyers are looking for in when they do buy a business. So we can help you with, and you know something about this, Jack, the effective positioning at the start in the marketing documents of your business to attract the attention of a buyer.
Yeah, so I think there's obviously some key assets that we would like to review in an information memorandum. The key document here is the information memorandum that outlines the entire business, what the business does, and shows the potentially the pitfalls, but also the positives to a prospective buyer. This is framed from the perspective of a seller, not from the perspective of a potential client. There's definitely nuance in terms of the way we break down the document. I think the key aspects that a buyer is trying to get to from this document is what's the business do, which is an amazingly difficult question to answer in a lot of clients' cases. What the business actually does, how their revenue breaks down by those kind of core services that the businesses do, who are their customers, and how concentrated are their customers is going to be another key question that they really want to understand. Personnel, so they want to understand how the business is structured, who you have working where, who the main shareholders are, and that's another really core piece, and then why the business is going to sell. Why do they want to sell is always one of the first questions that will leave a buyer's lips.
Thanks, Jack. Very interesting. We also have legal and technical expertise. We've been down this road many times. Yeah. You say equity bridge, you say net working capital calculation to the layman, and it's either a glazed look or a look of outright panic. So you can expect the same when an IT entrepreneur is asked to provide his equity bridge to a buyer. With us, you just sit back, provide the information, and we can help drive the maximum value for the net cash calculation. It's what we do. And leading on from that, the final point is really the reduction in stress. Selling your business is an incredibly stressful part of your life or point in time in your life. And our expertise, our knowledge, our contacts, our streamlined processes can help ensure that it's as stress-free as it possibly can be.
Yeah, I think stress and bandwidth are also, they come in together, I think. But bandwidth, I think, is another really key point, which is if you're selling your business, there is going to be a reduction in your bandwidth to focus on the operations of the business. And if you can bring in a partner who understands, it's going to take a client longer to manage the sale of their business because they've never done it before is number one. So it's going to take up more of their working hours that they would usually have spent running the business.
The last thing a seller wants or needs is being distracted during the sale process. Yeah. The performance tails off because they've had to deal with 101 other things, managing the sale process and the requisite drop in offer price that comes with that. It's the worst of all worlds.
I think the data does show that businesses with advisors sell for more money, and they sell in a shorter period of time as well.
And less erosion from point of offer to completion.
Thanks for listening to the Deal Dynamics podcast with your hosts, Gary Smith, Stephen Taylor and Jack Chiappi. Please subscribe to our channel, like the video and comment on what topics you want us to discuss. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter as we provide insights, reports, deals, events, trends, and more. Just head to venturecorporatefinance.com/newsletter to sign up for free. The link is also in the description. That's all for now, folks. See you next week.